let's all joke about mental health. Damn it. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been behind the old screen. Oh, shit, dude. Hey, kids. Oh, man. Let's not beat around the bush. I've been uploading weekly. Hey, let's not beat around the bush, kids. Not the burning bush either. We're not talking about sexually transmitted diseases or biblical references. Not on this channel. But I gotta sugarcoat it. Papa had to get on some new meds. Papa, you didn't think I was on meds, did you? This whole channel. I've been uploading weekly. Naturally, get lows and highs, and then sometimes the lows are a little too long. They last a little too long. And I've been doing weekly vids on this goddamn channel. Is this good quality? What is supposed to be good quality? This camera's functions. This is not a philosophical channel, but I have minor manic depressiveness. Oh, who the does it nowadays, dude? Everybody does. Papa had to get a brand new bag, if you know what I mean. He had to get bags of medication, and I got rid of the bags. Papa, I want the old bags of nothing. Money, preferably. I would like bags of money. So we're gonna do a little something different, just to get back in the swing of things. I've been painting a room all day. I'm sorry, it's hot. I usually roast the shit out of people, to varying degrees on this channel, but I do a weekly video. I've been doing pretty damn good on doing a weekly video, and I couldn't do it for a couple weeks. So we're gonna do something new this time, just for the hell of it. Have you heard of, what's it called? Talk to Transformer? It's a nifty little generator where you talk to an AI and it tells you a story of some sort. I don't know how it works exactly, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna go in blind. I would like to tell you a scary story. May I tell you a scary story? I would like to tell you a scary story. May I tell you one? No, we could not. Now, I have no such fear. It's a little contradictory. Then he walked off to the corner where the little girl sat, but she would just tell us all a lie again. I never would want to. A knock at the door broke her quiet. He opened it. How old are you? He asked. The little girl looked up at him. He was surprised to find it was a little Lillian. 3, she said. Oh, how old did you give her? He stared back, then it hit him. He hadn't even started yet. I'm still scared. I'm scared that I don't know what's going on. It's scarier that I don't, that it's so... And then it hit him. He hadn't even started yet. I can't think about anything that would worry her. He looked into the room. The bed was cold. An old woman curled against the wall between sheets. He heard voices talking. His mother had gone to bed when he was 3 years old, and he was just now waking up. He couldn't tell what sort of voice they were speaking at the moment. There's an old lady over there? Please. His mother gasps, Can't you feel? Please, can't you feel? Is his mother... Oh, so he went to bed at the age of 3. Lillian shows up at the door. She's 3. He's not 3 anymore? He was in a coma. Maybe he was in a coma. And his mom just liked to sleep with some sheets on the corner of the cold room. He looked across at his grandmother. Never mind. Who also was still asleep. Oh, he opened his eyes. My mommy's gone away, he said. My mom's gone to the bathroom. That's all right, he said. What the... What? Nintendo does a terrible job. Huh? That's some... Ooh, that'll get some controversy flowing on this channel. That'll get some fucking views flowing on this channel. Nintendo does a terrible job of informing people it is a console, so don't trust these press releases or whatever. Yeah, Nintendo, the console would do a terrible job at telling you that it's a console. That's what people have the conferences for. As I wrote before, I'm curious how many people actually bought this. At the moment, my brother just wants to buy a Nintendo 64. He likes the look of the console, but he doesn't want the games. We'll see how it turns out. Nah, not much will turn out. It's just gonna sit there. You're not gonna play any, it's just gonna sit. In this post, there's a few comments I would like to discuss. On the forums in the discussion thread, there's been much anger. I think there are a few people on here saying the press releases are not telling the truth, and there are also some comments that there is no such thing as a real console, to which I think is nonsense. Well, you could just pull out a console and touch it. You know, I think that would do the trick. As far as I can tell, I can pick up my new TurboGrafx console with remote attachment, and I know this is real. I'm touching it right now. Oh, that was terrible. I couldn't. I scared my cat. I'm sorry. It wasn't worth the bit. Let's see if I can do it again. Now, as you can see here, I'm carrying my new TurboGrafx console with a remote added to it, and I know it's real that way. Oh my god. Let's get back to the bullshit, okay? It's not like in the past when a new home console was announced, there were no consumers who played games on real consoles until years, and then the consoles would be sold at retail prices. There were several consoles before that were where they would launch to mass markets, and the general consumer had a chance to try some of them out. A Nintendo 64 is only a console now because 3 big companies, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, got together and agreed to make a console. That is why there was a series of mini franchises before the release date, just like you have with. Am I taking crazy pills, dude? Am I taking fucking crazy pills? Am I taking crazy suppositories right now, huh? Is a little gremlin sneaking suppositories, some crazy suppositories, some psycho suppositories into my anus at night? Not very funny, but scary if true. So apparently in this universe, this is like some 12 Monkeys shit. That movie, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft all came together to make one console. If that's gonna ever happen, nope. I don't think so. I don't think so, at least. I had a wonderful. I swear to God, look at, you see this thing? You can't see it. It's slowly moving up. You pizza shit. You piece of shit. Get out. You fucking cockamamie. Just stay. Oh, that made it worse. Paid a bunch of money for this fucking arm and it slowly going up by centimeters. I know it's moving. It's barely moving, but it's moving. Oh, I'm infuriated. Looks like Papa needs to take his pills again. I had a wonderful shit. Let's all joke about mental health at the party with Jessica. Tell me about your wonderful time at the party with Jessica, Transformer. I had a wonderful time at the party with Jessica, and I will always be looking forward to seeing her again. This was my first time attending a wedding, and I was so excited to attend our reception and celebrate with all of you. To celebrate, I am launching a new blog. My first name is Jessa. So the guy's name is Jessa. I'm busy, I'm busy, my boy. The wedding day is Saturday, April 5th, 2015 at 8 a.m. We celebrate together at St. Paul's Church in North Portland. The reception begins at about 9 a.m. and ends at 10 a.m. We have 3 wonderful guests. Jessica, Jessica's ex-boyfriend Greg, and my friend Greg's fiance. What? All 3 were invited because each of them is a fantastic friend and a family member. One can imagine this evening being even better without seeing Jessica again. What? It would be better not seeing Jessica again. My wedding with Jessica would only be made better by not seeing Jessica. Oh shit, that's good. One can imagine this evening being even better without seeing Jessica again. All 3 of the guests were excited by us. Greg is my best friend, Greg's fiance is a big-hearted woman, and Greg's new fiance is my best friend. So there's two people. He said all 3 were invited. So there's 2 guys named Greg Greg's fiance. So all three parties are very much part of one big family. At my wedding day, we will meet and go down to the bar to celebrate our day together. And when the band picks up, we will both dance and sing together. There will be lots. Okay. What is this? The AI just made an advertisement? God, I'm sweating my nuts off, dude. I had a wonderful time at the party, but I hate drinking alcoholic beverages. I didn't like the fact that I was there and did drink, but I wasn't drinking. It was really cool. He did drink, but he wasn't drinking. So he wasn't constantly drinking. He just took one drink. I guess that's true. Advertisement. AVC. You told the L word earlier that you like to be involved in all sorts of activities, and this year you have taken it to the extreme.
Sure, yeah. I feel that I can make life more interesting.
You say that's what it's all about. You make life more exciting. Do you go places to play? I wish this kind of... I would listen to commercials if it said this nonsense. Or probably not. It would just be playing in the background, and then I would be... My English would slowly get worse because my subconscious would be picking up this terrible fucking English.
It's actually more of an opportunity for me to create a party than play.
You had people come up to you and start acting weird. Did you see them?
You know, not quite what they were doing, but in terms of being completely lost, I'm not sure. I mean, we were totally up for any sort of weirdness that anybody would want to bring.
Advertisement. Commercials have to constantly tell you advertisement in the middle of them. So, was there any other crazy behavior you can remember?
Well, I was playing piano. That was the other way of experiencing it. And I went to have a game of piano with the kids, and they were all going to have games.
This is fucking stupid. A scandalous and sexy story. Give me something. Give me something. Over the PA. Couple in Singapore kiss for a second time after 3-hour row. I painted the mansion's walls, and she became nude. I painted the mansion's walls, and she became nude, and she started going off to the mountains, and I started telling her to get comfortable because I didn't want her to feel so lonely. She didn't know what to do, and I went into the woods trying to calm her down. When we got home to find her naked, and I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? She starts taking off her dress when she came into the house, and I started walking down on her, and she fell on the floor. Well, that's what'll happen if you walk down on someone. You start walking on her naked body down the stairs. It's a psychotic lady living in a mansion in the woods. She fell on the floor. I went and woke her up and asked her, "What the hell? You said you like to play with boys." And she said,
No.
And
No, I just like to play with girls.
I don't want to have sex with you, but if we get out of here now, I want to go play with the boys at your house. You think your mommy's ready for that? And she went crazy.
This is our first night in the house.
And she had sex with her father, and she took off her mother's shirt. They were both naked, and she had sex with me. Wait, she had sex with me, and after, with all this going around, this is too open family. I regret this. Now you should leave now and come to me. And she said, "No, Dad, I want you to keep watching me. Not tonight, but the next time." She took off her pajama pants, and I don't like this. I don't want any other incidents like this one. Transformer. Jesus. Behave yourself. My God. I painted the mansion's walls and she became angry. He kept painting and she couldn't stop him. They became a nightmare and we had to go. So she hired these people to paint her walls and they wouldn't stop. Sounds like good service to me, you know? After the paint job was complete, the three siblings returned to their school where they were reunited with her mother. Okay, so she was holding these three children hostage, apparently. Rabbi Leli, who is also a friend of the family, said that both the family and the school were devastated by her death. Maybe she died from the paint fumes. Why do I have green liquid coming out of my ears.
Give me something!
Dear Yahoo, why do I have green liquid coming out of my ears? No, it doesn't happen on the first 2 or 3 tries. You first need dry shave from time to time so you can get your head in a good rhythm. No, it doesn't happen on the first 2 or 3 tries. No, you'll have green liquid coming out of your ears if you do shave dry with a good rhythm. Dear Jeeves, why do I need more pressure on my fingers? Answer, you should always very slowly on the first attempt. You won't be able to press into your ears as quickly as you would with a lot more pressure. Also, don't ever use too much pressure on them as this might cause burns or damage your ears. So the more pressure I place on my ears, it burns? Are we talking about What are we talking about? Are we talking about X-Men? Yahoo. What makes my ears hurt? Answer. These are your internal ears. When you are having difficulty breathing, they can often get upset and hurt the most if they are tight. It is often a sign that one of your ears has trouble getting proper relief. It is extremely common to hear the same thing a second time after you have been shaved. Is there a way to avoid having soreness on my hands from my ears? Apparently. Yes, it varies a lot. Your personal preferred method of treatment is to try and eliminate irritation immediately, and then try adding more skin or using an herbal remedy. What do you just add? Where do you get skin from? You can just try adding more skin. What the reason that many people shave, experts agree, is because in the beginning some people are sensitive to irritation, but then over time develop tolerance to using this method and even become used to it as your ears. Can I solve the crisis at the zoo? I would like to know. For anyone in the US who lives in Dallas, you might be looking at another challenge. Don't solve this crisis at the zoo. You can't solve it, apparently. It's not just a matter of the Park Service closing the zoo in the wake of a fatal accident last month. It's also taking on another responsibility with the death of a 5-year-old boy who collapsed in the park with a head injury and who had a life-threatening stroke at the age of 5. Are these related? How, you might ask yourself, was he killed? He was killed, apparently. Ooh, we have a mystery. We have a mystery of the 5-year-old who had a stroke and then a head injury. How was he killed? The short answer is, he had multiple cardiac problems, okay? Heart problems. He also had a head injury, which makes him susceptible to drowning and which caused his brain damage and a stroke at age 5. 2 factors that make a kid who loses a head at age 5 a more vulnerable one to drowning. Yes, I suppose that's true. There's no mouth or nose to stop liquid from coming into your lungs after you've lost your head. Apparently, this kid was walking around with no head. Apparently, humans in this dimension can lose their head and keep going, like cockroaches. To be precise, the Dallas Police Department has been investigating whether the death of the boy was a tragedy or if it was part of a more complicated plot to attack and cause other tragedy in the park. Damn. There's a mogul that needs to get rid of the zoo, so he killed a 5-year-old. That had nothing to do with the zoo. Well, a child could have died in those circumstances, said Mike Whitehurst, a spokesman for the police department, but he noted that the boy was playing and not falling into the pool, so there's no reason to believe that all was lost in the accident. I think he's talking about the zoo. Damn, you are fucking cold, Mike Whitehurst. Not all was lost in the accident, only a 5-year-old boy who lost his head and had a stroke. We still got the zoo. A mysterious mystery that may be solved. Can it? The Mysterious Door. Featured image by Shutterstock. Yeah, now you're just getting lazy. I can't see the image, Transformer. You asshole. He just said, I asked him a question. I got saucy with him. He heard me. I got saucy with him. And all he did was send me a picture, but he knew I couldn't see the picture. He knew all I could see was the textual evidence of a picture. Just give me a story.
Give me a story with a mystery in it.
I killed him. I killed him, and the only difference now is mine. I smiled as my mind ran all the time. Where did she come from? How did she end up in the same town as this kid? How did she get to be here? The answers were clear now that I had seen them. They all came in just the same amount of time that they are here now. They were the same time as it is today. If I saw it now, I would lose it completely. I looked at the tree where he had fallen. It wasn't long before the leaves from a branch just sprouted up. A few of them turned into roots and twigs, and branches spread across around the small courtyard. He had been leaning on one of the twigs. His clothes were off, and I was wearing just t-shirt and my shorts. The tree spread out again. At one end of it, a small patch of dirt had been dug and laid out to receive a drop of the new water I was slowly using for the fountain. The roots became branches and twigs, and the tree became a tree trunk. In an attempt it grew again. The roots began to sprout down to form branches again, and up to the branches grew into larger branches. Then a huge tree had appeared by the edge of the pond. The branches had disappeared, and the branch was gone. Now that's a mystery, folks. Ooh. Now that's a mystery. Thank you, Transformer. You fucking dumb shit.